So the Sussexes are back in sunny California, back in Montecito. I've seen the photos. I'm not going to share them because it seems rather intrusive, but like everybody else, I love to see that they are back home, that they made it through this incredible weekend. Only I can say this. Their stature was already highly elevated because of their lifetime commitment to the work that they were doing this weekend. But this really demonstrates that despite this negative campaign, that they don't ever have to have that question mark over their head whether people want to work with them. And it's not that they question it, it's just that the haters would want us to believe that. The people who love and support them, they want us to believe that nobody wants to work with them. But if you've been following the Sussexes for quite some time, you know Harry has been very much a public person his entire life. So we know that there's always going to be people there for him. But as for the Duchess of Sussex, Madam Duchess, people are always going to wonder how much damage has this done to her reputation. And with Harry or without Harry, she's known a lot of people. Ever since she was very young, she began writing letters. It seems very old-fashioned, but even in this day and age, it still makes an incredible impact if you're a letter writer. That being said, I probably ain't gonna do it myself. Look at how far I got without laughing. I ain't gonna do it myself, but I applaud the people and I really respect people that are committed letter writers. But I ain't gonna do it myself. I'll send you I'll send you an email. I'll text you. I'll leave you a voicemail. Hey, what up? But I ain't writing no letter. And believe me, my bank balance reflects the fact that I've never written that I have never written a letter in my life. And I once had an English teacher that tried to put a hit out on me, so it's probably best that I don't even try. So you probably have heard already about the generosity from the Sussexes throughout this entire weekend with the gifts to the grade school, washer and dryer, vegetables, and I believe it was like a starter kit for a vegetable garden. And of course, a donation of books. And then there, of course, there was the for the restaurant, of course, I mentioned that in the other video, where they donated $25,000 to an employee fund. There is this long-standing assumption that certain things just could not be done without royal titles. There are just some things, this kind of philanthropy, this kind of charity, this kind of like global community work is something that the United States has done for a long, long time. Wealthy, poor, middle class, working class, you name it. This is a country of volunteers and community service. You don't need someone to come in there grinning and whacking a tennis ball. I had to go there. You know, just grinning and whacking and grinning and whacking and grinning and grinning and whacking. And then riding a bike and grinning and climbing and roping and grinning. See, I was trying to, in the spirit of the weekend, I was trying to not get messy, but It's true. You don't need to have anybody coming in there whacking and grinning and mumbling and with that fixed gaze and bizarre flat affect. You just need some people to come in there with their Archie's Papa binder, portfolio, iPad cover, whatever, who's committed to doing the work. You know, you don't need somebody sitting at a table pretending to be interested when they would rather be anyplace else. We need people who are committed to doing the work. We don't need that. I mean, if somebody is there on behalf of a cause, you don't want them you don't want them sitting across the table leering at you. You know, somebody who never smiles, or when they do smile, it almost causes you to flip out your chair backwards. The person that smiles at you makes you feel like you got a fight or flight. Then are they really smiling? Oh, anyway, I'm trying to stay on the topic because this has been a good weekend. And so forget about those other two because they're not much use. But if you need someone to smile and whack a tennis ball, or for someone to look at you and leer at you across the table, and then later somebody will write that he was incandescent with rage. So you guys pay no attention to that ridiculous poll that they just had from the YouGov about the popularity of the Sussexes versus the Cambridges, and it's very curious timing. Don't even worry about that stuff. We're going to vote with our likes. We're going to vote with our searches. We're going to vote with our dollars. We're going to vote in so many different ways that it won't even matter about that stuff. The only reason why the Queen is popular is because she's just a paid figurehead. And I think that, I guess, caring, loving, intelligent people would rather take certain risks of being unpopular as opposed to being popular for just grinning and whacking a tennis ball, grinning and climbing a mountain, grinning and riding a bike, grinning and grinning. I mean, that is the very limited life that someone has chosen so that the status of their family can be elevated. And as I said on many occasions, if she wasn't a mean girl, I would actually feel sorry for her. But because she is a mean girl, I have little or no sympathy whatsoever. I am still healing from my oral surgery, and it is a struggle to do this, but it just happens to coincide with one of the most amazing weekends that the Sussexes have had since they left the Matrix. So I couldn't not be here. You know what I mean? I just could not have I couldn't not be here. So, no big deal. But that being said, I'm going to close this out with a couple of images that I seen over the weekend, and I wanted to share them with you because it really speaks to the spirit of this amazing weekend.
Good evening to you, Kaidi. It's a 6-hour concert of speeches and music, and the goal is to change the world. Thousands gathered on the Great Lawn in Central Park, with thousands more listening around the world. But it wasn't until Prince Harry and Meghan Markle took the stage for the Vaccinate the World message that the crowd went wild.
Are we prepared to do what's necessary to end this pandemic? This is a human rights crisis.
Every single person on this planet has a fundamental right to get this vaccine.
I came all the way from Los Angeles to see Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, the Duchess!
They live in LA, don't they?
I know I can't find them in Minnesota and I live in LA.
While some came just to see the royals, others came to change the world.
That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. If you would like to make a donation and you don't know how, to help support this channel, you can go to the comments section where you can find links to the Patreon, the PayPal, and the Cash App. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex.